Self-Modifying Code. I'm your host, and we're going to be doing a little bit more oxygen not included now that I actually know what the hell I'm doing. So let's create a new game so you guys can see it from scratch. I think we're going to call this the Melange Mining Corp. Oh, hang on, I'm getting some window issues. Melange Mining Corp. Alright, let's look at our starting people. Let's shuffle. This is like rolling a D&D character, where I just want to do it over and over again until I have somebody who actually has good stats. Like that. That's pretty good. What's mole hands? This is really silly. So we've got Hassan. We're going to call this guy Yuri, in honor of the Melange Mining Corp. We need somebody with a high learning. Noodle arms. There you go. So this person won't cook either. We're gonna name this guy Vladimir. And we need somebody who will cook. We can't have any more people with gastrophobia. That's pretty good. So, and then we'll change nails to be Igor. Alright, so let's take a look at where we've started. So we're not going to mine this oxalite, okay? And we want to try to avoid getting into the water. So we're going to mine out in this direction to start. Let's do about that much. And then what we'll probably do, that's a lot of water. We'll probably build a living area up here. And then we'll put the latrines and some of the more mechanical stuff down here. At least we have good access to water. That's breathable oxygen in that closest pocket. That's a vacuum. So when you start out in this game, you have a limited amount of oxygen. So you want to leave the oxalite to give you more oxygen. You don't want to mine it up, and you don't want to expand too far because you don't want to risk let me change the priority. You don't want to risk spreading out your oxygen too thin before you're able to produce it. So the floor is hot lava. Let's make them a better floor to sit on. How's the sound coming through? Is it coming through okay? So we're also going to make sure that we leave enough room for a composter. And we're going to make sure we actually build walls and ceilings eventually so that we have a higher decor rating so that our people don't get sad. the first thing that we're going to build after we build the outhouses is we're going to build a power generator and a researcher and start putting our people on research. So I think we can put like the living space up here if we plan it right. I just don't want to bring that water into the base until we're able to deal with it. So then I'll build a ladder down so that they can access it. Actually, I suppose I could just do that here. Let's pause. And then let's have my peeps build a ladder. And then there's not a lot of oxygen in here, so we don't have to worry about our breathable air disappearing down here. Oh, combat already. Why are they attacking Yuri? What is going on? You're going to want to make sure that you always leave room for the composter as well. So that they can take that awful dirt that's coming out and turn it into something useful. Alright. Because they have to have places to poop. And our breathable oxygen is spreading out somewhat. So that's somewhat of a problem. Alright, so we need more air. We can safely go up into here because that's all breathable oxygen. Alright, so you guys got nothing to do. Well, we can't have that. So first things first. So the game's going to tell you that you require a food source, but you actually don't right away. Yeah, you just don't, because you're fine with what you have initially. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, so we'll go up to here for quite some time. And then we're going to build our starter living space over here. And then if we get seriously messed up on oxygen, we'll fix it from there. We've got a little bit of an oxygen issue right now. So if we have to, we'll pop that can open. We do need to get the power supply down, though. We need raw metal. Where is some raw metal? We're gonna have to go up over here in order to get metal, because that is not breathable gas. Yeah, we're gonna need some metal, so we're probably gonna have to build some stairways and mine at least a little bit into this. Go ahead, guys, and just mine your way into that if you can. Oh, this game's so fun. This is like the exact kind of game that I get really, really excited about. Alright, so we definitely need like some metal. So I guess we can build up to on here and mine in that way. And we'll also get the algae that we need for the oxygen machines. Alright, I need you guys to increase the priority on these squares so you guys don't suffocate. See, look, as you watch, the oxygen pressure is changing. So I need to move them into starting to build on the higher level. And then we'll build out another floor here. We're still not gonna dig into the Oxa site though, because we can't really do that. We need that oxygen, but we also need this copper, because without metal we can't build any power facilities. Yeah, I need to prioritize the metal mining. Temperature is a little low also. Because we can't really put beds in here until we fix that oxygen pocket issue. So eventually, we're basically... the flooring improves the speed in which they move around because they're not walking over all the debris. And it also improves decor because stress is going to start to stack up really fast if we don't. And then we don't have the research for the items that actually like fix that problem. So we want to try to stave that off as long as we possibly can. So the beds are going to need to go up here because that's where the air is. And then I'm hoping until we get the composter researched, our CO2 will go down here and it'll push this oxygen under here down. We still have access to the water though, which we need for a whole host of different techs. So something else I've learned, we'll also put the batteries up here to increase the heat once we build the power structure. So we should have what we need now for the manual generator, which we'll put right here. And then we need more raw metal to build a science station. This is early access, it's an alpha, but it's a game, like the game works. They're just keep adding features every couple of days. And, you know, doing fixes basically for different things. Let's Put that on priority 7. This can become priority 6. And we need that power structure, so let's make that priority 9. There's a lot here. One of the neat things about this type of game, look at that airflow and oxygen we've got now. We just need to get the temperature up by getting the power structure complete. It's a really neat game. I'm enjoying it a lot, and they keep adding more and more to it. So I'm a big fan, and there's like, this is just like the little starter area. Like, you could just keep expanding out and out and out farther into this world. Like, there's all sorts of space, and just like completely mine out the asteroid. Oh yeah, I should probably finish that ladder, right? So yeah, setting the priorities is also really interesting, because just like Dungeon Keeper, you don't actually directly control their behavior. You just tell them what they should be doing. So what we're going to do is we're going to put tiny batteries up here to deal with the heat problem. Now we got to get wires to them, and you want to, as much as possible, make it so that the wires aren't exposed. Now, unfortunately, in this case, there's not a ton we can do about it. We do need more metal. So we'll probably create a new sub-level here once we get more. Yeah, I really don't want to mine into that. We could start building down in this area. Get a little bit more metal at least. It's probably going to need to be what we got to do. There's also some algae down here. So let's go ahead and set the priority on generating power up to 7. And then let's go into our jobs and make it so that people are only doing the things that they are good at. So I can always, if we have like an emergency, I can always change this. But generally speaking, you want to uncheck people from the completely white jobs that they have absolutely no skill in. Because it actually stresses them out more. We need more ore. Okay. Alright, let's prioritize that fight. Right, so I was right, we're gonna have to mine down because we need that copper. So it says we have insufficient oxygen generation, but we're actually fine. We do need more metal, though. And the game was kind enough to put our copper ore right on top of a vacuum. So we need to have some air production before we dig into that. So let's prioritize them getting to the pocket of air more quickly, please. So that we can make sure that they can actually breathe, because right now they're in an unbreathable pocket holding their breath, and they will definitely die. Yeah, you can generate air with machines. Come on, pop the pocket, please. Thank you. So this is still going to be a bad area, but we needed that metal. So all of you are actually done here for now, because I'd rather you just get out and not breathe. So we need to lay the wires for these batteries so that when people are producing electricity, some of it gets stored instead of whenever somebody wants to research. Oh, it's not going to work. I think I laid them out in a very bad place. You have to put the wires where they can actually be reached for construction, and I think I made a mistake. But such is life. So I want somebody to do research. So let's prioritize research as an 8. And then let's prioritize building of these wires. Yeah, let's just make this all 9 for the time being, except that will make a 5. Because I want all of this done. Yeah, so this is just like an unbreathable space down here. So we'll expand more into there later. What are you guys doing? Oh, you're picking up the copper, okay. Yeah, please no. Please to not be killing yourself. Let's select a research. We're definitely going to start with farming because we want the composter for the... Oh, this is still called Marvelous Mansion, and it has me playing the wrong game. I should probably fix that. There we go. So if you're just joining us, we're playing the Melange Mining Corp. And we're digging our way to a better life. Somebody has research, right? You've got research, I'm pretty sure. Somebody's got research. Vladimir. Where are you, Vladimir? Why aren't you researching? There we go. Yeah, finish up those wires. So we're starting to get pockets of CO2. Are we out of copper? Yeah. We are so, like, copper light this game. Hopefully he can finish those wires so we can start getting the batteries filled up. But the research is super important in this game. Yeah. So one of the neat things about this game is, like, a lot of the things do sideways type deals. Where they, like, you know, the batteries save electricity, but they also generate heat. So they pull double duty, which is really nice. Man, we cannot catch a break. So I guess what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to build this ladder up. And we're gonna have to build as far up into this as we can without actually popping the vacuum. Because we gotta have that copper. Alright. So we've got Vladimir, who's our dedicated mining person. Vladimir, I really need you to prioritize first the actual mining. Then you can build the platforms, buddy. So how are we doing on oxygen? We're still good on oxygen most places. We just really... So that's the other kind of neat puzzle about this game is the map is procedurally generated each time. So it basically gives you new challenges on how to play your early game or construct your early base each time. Oh, please finish those wires. Oh, yeah. That's the good stuff. So it's worth noting that a big bit of what's wrong here is my own stupidity in how I place things. So I'm being punished here for placing things very poorly. Ooh, a new duplicate. Let's take a look. Gah. Nah, we can't really do that. I guess we gotta take Ellie, so... Twinkle Toes. So we need to build a 4th bed. We can reduce the priority on the power generation once we actually have the batteries hooked up. That's kind of like the key thing we're missing here. So now, they're going to be humming along and absorbing power. So we can reduce this to a 7. Because they're going to store power for us going forward. We're pretty close to a sleep cycle, so let's up the priority on building that bed for Anya. So now also Igor will automatically stop once the batteries are full. And they're also increasing the heat level in the breathable space. Most notably around them, but they'll go up even higher. So now he's out. And he can help with other tasks. What do we need? Too much copper ore. So the next thing that we need is storage. So I think I'm going to make this our storage room. And you always want to make it so that the storage is pretty close. You don't want people being forced to, like, run around. So now we've got the batteries, which frees up Igor as a worker again. And Yuri can just keep going back to researching. Or I'm taking everybody else off of research. Vladimir is the only person who's going to be doing that task going forward. So now we're still pretty good. We're starting to get some CO2. So we're gonna get 2 composters down. And it needs the poop dirt. So we're gonna put it right next to where everybody poops. And then these, we're gonna make it so that it takes everything. Except for we're not gonna let it put polluted dirt in there. So these storage bins are gonna be worth their weight in gold. Because it'll also increase the shelf life of a lot of our stuff. So they've got the access to the water without really having to get in there. So these are going. Let's prioritize them up to a 7. Alright, so we're getting some weird air vagaries, so it's time for us to start building oxygen generation. So let's go ahead, get that going. Now the ceiling's lower in here, so they should be able to reach this. And then we're gonna make that a 9 level priority. Yeah, it's going. And then that'll also create a pressure zone up there that'll circulate everything around. And then since that's an urgent need, let's prioritize the fueling of that. So now that's going. So we need to create some airflow here, because right now we've got like a pressure pocket. So now that that's open, this should be able to pump the bad air out. Airflow mechanics take a little getting used to in this game. Vlad, where are you? Go do the research, man. Oh, I forgot to pick a new research. That would be why. I'm a dum-dum. Alright, so... we got farming. We really need liquid piping next. Or we could also do power regulation. I think I want to do liquid piping. So we can get to the better sanitation. Sorry, Vlad. Everybody else I'm gonna set to sweep. So we got some weird airflow vagaries going. We can start to build planter boxes. Does anybody have any questions about what I'm doing? So we're going to build some planter boxes so that we can start to build food sources that don't use a ton of water. And then once we have kind of decent oxygen pressure throughout the entire base, we're going to pop that vacuum and get it all that sweet, sweet copper. Now you want to focus on keeping your plants in a place that have a high concentration of oxygen and also have good pressure. If they're in a low atmospheric pressure area, then they're not going to grow. So that's something important to keep track of. Hey, anybody who drops a follow is going to get the next duplicate named after them. For whatever that's worth, you can become a member of this intrepid crew. Let's get that built. Nice. So now we actually have pipes, so we could pipe water around. Oh, I totally put that in the wrong... those algae terrariums in the wrong place. We're gonna deconstruct. That was supposed to be a composter.
A steadfast supporter.
Nice. Welcome, Slow Loris. So, let's do a little bit more planning. Let's do a little bit more planning. So we're going to start growing some food here. We've got good electricity management going. And we should be getting a new duplicate soon. So, slow wrists. You're going to be our new friend. So what do we want to do next? What do we need? Well, we're probably going to need a supercomputer. Do we have the materials for that? We do. So I imagine one of the reasons why this sleep cycle exists is to give you the opportunity to kind of pause while everybody's sleeping and survey the base without actually having to necessarily pause all the time, which I find is a really interesting feature because it gives you kind of, while the game's still rolling, a few minutes to kind of step back and figure out exactly what you need to do to fit everybody's needs, which I like. So we got some plants going. Oxygen concentrations are good. Alright, so build the composter, everybody, so we can start turning that gross dirt into something more useful. We need more research. I think we're going to go over to probably intermediate research, so we're going to need to build the supercomputer before we can do that. So as far as airflow is concerned, we could probably stand to have another air generation unit, like over in this corner. So let's go ahead and do that. This game would be a lot easier if I had a steadier hand. We need more copper, so we're gonna have to pop that vacuum soon, which is not the end of the world. So Vlad's plugging away. We can reduce the priority on the electricity for now, because we still got battery power. And then we got food growing. So let's start. Start digging. And then what we're going to need to do is we'll need to deconstruct here. Megan. Alright, so Igor should get kicked off of here real quick, now that the batteries are full. We're gonna need the additional oxygen production ASAP, because we're gonna be popping into cannot irrigate. So Balder, stop. So let's prioritize this. The food to 9. People get at water until we can get a pump together. Low concentration, so that's not the end of the world. Alright, so we popped the vacuum, so oxygen's going to start rising, and CO2 is going to start sinking. So we should probably start immediately get an oxygen pump in here. And then lay some wire to it. Make the entire thing priority 9. Alright, I gotta lay electrical wires to all sorts of things. The nice thing is, now that the groundwork on a lot of this stuff is done, these floor wires will be useful for whatever we happen to put into them. We got to get more storage as well. We should probably start building more airlocks. And we're gonna need to build a new outhouse soon. And we'll build more, we're gonna carve out more space for the CO2 to escape down into. We're getting there. So, our oxygen levels are getting pretty good. What do we need for the water pipe? So we now have liquid pump. So we've made the plants a top priority. Let's get another battery down. Because we want to make more space for the CO2 if we can. And then what we'll do is we'll get the algae terrariums down here. So we could start converting some of that CO2. We need more new research. Let's get the interior decor going. We're getting there, and we've got food growing. What am I missing here? I'm still pretty new to this, so I don't know exactly what I'm doing. I'm trying not to look up any guides or anything. So, I'm just kind of winging it. Just what I'm picking up as I'm going along. We need to get some heaters soon. While we don't have a ton of crazy crap going on, I need all of you all to sweep. Alright, so now these guys on the bottom here are going to start getting rid of some of that CO2 that we have purposefully floating down to the bottom of our base. So that'll become a little bit of a natural air scrubbing. Yes, please sweep and get all this garbage into storage bins. Oxygen levels are really solid, though. That makes me really happy. So, I imagine we probably want to build showers at some point. So, do we want to do that, like, up in here, maybe? That looks like a good place for people to have showers, right? And then we can get like the actual good bathrooms going too, which would be nice. Right now I'm just having them sweep a bunch of stuff, Just getting all the junk. No power. That's less good. Igor, get on the treadmill. Somebody get on the treadmill. We need electricity. Like now. So let's get some electricity to this. Oh, wow, that floor's not tall enough to have showers on it. I made a terrible mistake. We could build it here, but then we'd really have an O2 problem. And I don't want to build it up super high. So I guess we're just going to carve out this wall and we'll put it here. So let's... I'm doing a lot more deconstructing this game than I would have liked. But, you know, it is what it is. We're learning as we go. And we're going to make that the highest priority we've got. Up. So. Interior decorator. So. Slow Loris. I think it was 3 S's. There you are. You're gonna need your own cot. So we're gonna build a second level of cots. Alright, so let's get some showers in there. I don't think that's how that works. How does this work? I don't know. I don't know how this works. Oh yeah, now we have the air deodorizer. Pretty handy. So much stuff. Okay, so I think I get it. I'm gonna have to create a place for this water to go. I probably just don't want to dump it back into the normal water supply. Go figure. So that's not right, because that's the So let's give that a second. I need to think. We need to basically, I think I'm gonna not be stupid, and I need to put a pit somewhere to make sure that I have some place for the dirty water to go. We have the power regulation. I wonder if this is going to work the way that I think it is. Hopefully. Get some more big batteries. Power switches. Set that to priority 6. Food shortage. Oh, have they not been growing food this whole time? Awesome. Alright, so let's make one of the meal mushers. Set that to the highest priority. Gotta Google some stuff. Don't know what I'm doing. Alright, so generating food needs to be the highest priority. Right now. Everybody go do it right now. Gotta keep the oxygen levels up. So we've got a food shortage, and that's somewhat of a problem. We're gonna deconstruct. We're gonna build an access ladder. Need to get these showers built, but I don't want to contaminate our water. What am I doing? Let's see how that goes. We're gonna need that copper. See, that's just straight carbon dioxide up there. That's rad. So what are we doing? We need more copper. There's a little bit up there. I can never remember where the freaking air purifier is. Weird stuff is going on. Hopefully this works the way that I think it does. Hey, what's up, Mike? Just building a mining corporation with some very sad people, and learning that I'm not as good at city planning as I thought I was. We desperately need that copper. Alright, so we can deprioritize food generation for the time being. Focus on expanding the base. Power demands are getting a little crazy, which is why I want to build the bigger batteries. Yeah, I know. That's cool. What are you playing these days? On that Hearthstone. We're getting some weird pockets. So we've got a polluted oxygen issue. We need to get more air purifiers down. Fill up those batteries if we can. One, two, three, four. Sleepy time for my peeps. I'm doing the Murloc mid-range Paladin right now and the Evolved Shaman. Alright, I really need you guys to finish that piping mechanism so you can all stop being gross. We're decent on power for the time being, so the power generation is going to go to 8. Oxygen concentration is good. Don't want to break into that vacuum yet. Or, I'm sorry, carbon dioxide. Because we don't have this stuff to be able to filter it yet. I also want to deconstruct this and build... So we need the slime reclaimer. Can you guys not get to that? Is that the problem we're having? Yeah, we need to move. They should make a new dungeon keeper. Also, why is the text not coming up? Is chat box coming up on stream? Let me move that to a better place. Okay, we need new research. Let's do gas piping. Alright, we are good on food, so let's drop the priority even lower on that. I think I put these in the wrong place. Cannot fertilize, cannot irrigate. So I don't know why I'm getting that error. Batteries are good. Go do other things. Keep the CO2 scrubbing going in the basement. Yeah, this is pretty neat. It's kind of like Dungeon Keeper meets Minecraft meets I don't even know what. I don't know why all y'all are not finishing this pipe. Building lacks resources. So I'm really trying to not look at any guides here. So it's been kind of strange, so because I don't really know what I'm doing, like at all. I feel like I'm gonna need... I don't really understand how the piping works in this game. And how to do, like, the overlapped piping. So, I just did a bunch of piping to these, and it doesn't look like it worked. Because this is... So, I thought this was the output. So, it should have been the thing that's going out, and the input was the white that should have gone out, and I don't know. Because it's saying this doesn't have any liquid output, but that doesn't make any sense because I connect it to the inputs here. I don't know what I'm doing. All right. This is gonna be Cow Utopia. I don't understand what I am doing wrong. I mean, is that what I need to do? Like, I don't understand what I did. Because I'm trying to do, like, male to male or male to female here based on the symbols. So how do I fix this and make these work? So we have to up the power generation priority. Okay. So I guess I'm not understanding which one goes where. Yeah, I just don't understand what I'm doing here with these pipes. Like, that should work, right? So... It's kind of a problem. I don't really know how to progress from here. Because I don't know how to fix the piping. I don't know how to do it. Because in my mind, the greens should go to the whites here because this is the input and this is the output where it's pumping. And then the outputs for this should just go to like a random place. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing with this plumbing. It's not clear. Okay. So we need more algae. Oh, somebody needs a bed. Okay. So we deconstructed the bridge. Alright, so let's do deconstruct. Just do the whole thing. I don't know how to get rid of that. We need more algae. We're running out of algae, which seems somewhat problematic. We have something that does this, though. We had like an algae maker. I saw it. All right, yeah, we're working on that. Okay. So everything should be done now. Deconstruct that. Jesus. So explain to me how I laid these pipes so that this works and doesn't poison my water supply. So this green connects to this green, or green to white from the pump. Which pipes? So what I'm not understanding is this pump connects to the green or connects to the white? Right, that's what I did before, and it did not work. All right, that's what this ditch is supposed to be for. I was going to build an airlock over here and pump all the dirty water in there. Yeah, this game gets a little bit more complicated for me without the without looking at any guides. Need to get the algae pump going. Because we're starting to lose air pressure. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not meaning to get frustrated. Yep, get everything constructed. How's research going? Research always a top priority. We're good on electricity for the near future. Okay. Oh, with the air purifiers or the water purifiers? Okay, so the liquid output, let's go ahead and do some piping. And we're going to do the output right into this room, right? That should do it. Or do we have to do the vent? Okay. I get it now. I get it. Okay. A little bit, I think. So now... like that. And then we need to do the vents. Like that. That should do it, I think. Things are rapidly starting to break down here. Just with me being behind on things that I need to do. And we just need to start getting some of this cleaning done. Now, can I put this down in here to purify the garbage water? Or should I not do that yet? Alright, we desperately need algae because we're starting to lose oxygen. Where is another source of algae that we can get to easily? So, would this be where I would put the water purifier and then just pump it back into the pure lines? There's a lot going on in this game. I'm really excited to kind of dig into it, you know? I just don't know what I'm doing. Which is fine. This is how we get better. And then I'll deconstruct these. Now, do these automatically create fertilizer, or how does that work? We need to get more oxygen production going. I think I need to build out behind here and put another oxygen pump back there. Nice. Okay, so... So... Did I do that backwards? Because that needs to be... Oh, I did that backwards. But I can carve it out and make space for it. And then we need to set all of the oxygen generation to priority 9. Let's do temperature modulation next. Yeah, I know. Got better toilets now. Alright. Or at least the toilets are working now. This is just like madness. Oh, this is so good. Alright, I need to actually like do some planning. I got a ton of like negative space in here that I'm not really doing anything with. Okay, so while I'm thinking about it, actually, you know what? Let's cancel that. I can build it and just reroute the pipe. Change that to priority 9. And then plumbing. Oh, they're not going to be able to get to it, right? And then I can just deconstruct this vent, right? I've just got like my biohazard zone down here. How's algae production going? Status not pumping. How do I make it pump? How do we have no power? Alright, now I gotta get rid of... I guess I should start building airlocks on this stuff, right? Ah. I think we need to build out on these higher levels a little bit more. Oh, that's rad. Why didn't you go to the bathroom? The air's getting better, and that's good. So I gotta deal with farming. Cannot irrigate, cannot fertilize. I have a feeling that's something about where I positioned everything. But I'll figure it out. Okay, why is this not pumping? How do I fix this? We need more power generation. Man, there's a lot going on here. I'm a big fan. Alright. Clean water back into the pump. Ah, yeah, that's a good idea. That way this doesn't eventually run out of water or doesn't get below the level. Who made a mess? Why are people using the toilets? What is going on? I don't understand why people aren't using the toilets. Pipe blocked. Okay, what am I missing? I think we need to make sure that there's a way that goes and doesn't use that. So this is the clean water. So let's make sure that this loop also vents out. Come on, everybody. hold off on? Well, I'll select new research. But we're gonna set the priority down. We're gonna call that Rayutan. Alright, so let's fix that. How do I fix that? There we go. They're probably not going to be able to get to it though, right? Yeah, things are getting weird. Oh, come on. And then we gotta do a ton of cleanup. Yeah, and then we just gotta prioritize a ton of cleanup. Why isn't anybody building that vent? Build the vent. Why isn't anyone building the vent? Yes, I do mean mopping up pee. This is absurd. I'm getting it slowly. Ah. Alright. I'm gonna need you guys to go ahead and complete that vent. ASAP. So basically our entire thing can start working again. That would be really rad. God, this game is such a nice puzzle. I'll probably stop this for the time being now that we've got actual crops growing. Why isn't anybody building that vent? Oh my god, it's a ton of fun, Mike. This should fix it. Up. Okay, why is this still not pumping? I do like Hanabi. Thank you. Can you give my dad a call? He just called me. I do things my own way.
There's tables upstairs.
Okay, so it looks like my toilet pumps are still blocked. So let's take a look at what's going on. Because it looks like whatever this is not moving. Is there not enough pressure? How do I fix this? So, we'll deal with that in a second. Why aren't these last 2 lavatories working? So I need to get another water purifier down there. Should probably grow more crops, right? What's aquatic farm tile? As opposed to using the planter box, that makes sense. Unrefrigerated food, well, we can't have that. So much pee. Okay. Yeah, I know you will hate it. It's okay. This is still not working, though. Oh, no, it is working. Awesome. Alright. This is probably going to be the last cycle. So let's drop some of the priorities on some of this stuff. Now that we've got pretty good power. Alright, we're getting there. toilets are working. No, please go to the bathroom. But yeah. Alright. I think this is a pretty good start to a new playthrough. We'll keep track of what cycle we're on and we'll go from there. Thank you everybody for watching and thank you for all the tips. Have a good one.